The wrestling world is exploding with the most shocking twist of the decade. Tama Tonga has just made his surprise WWE return to form a deadly new alliance with Fatu and Jimmy USO, while Roman Reigns drops an earth-shattering revelation about Dean Ambrose's AEW departure and potential WWE comeback. This isn't just a storyline. This is a revolution that will redefine WWE forever. Smash that subscribe button and hit the bell because you absolutely cannot miss what happens next in this Bloodline civil war. The arena plunges into darkness as the haunting echoes of Samoan war drums vibrate through 20,000 screaming fans. Suddenly, pyro explodes, and there stands Tama Tonga, the legendary Bullet Club OG, his eyes burning with intensity as he marches down the ramp. The camera zooms in on Jimmy USO and Fatu waiting in the ring, their faces a mix of shock and exhilaration. Just as the three raise their hands in unity, the screens flicker to life, showing Roman Reigns backstage, his face a mask of cold fury. "So this is how it's gonna be," the tribal chief growls into the camera. "You bring in outsiders to fight your battles? Fine, but tell Dean when he crawls back from whatever hole he's been hiding in, the tribal chief will be waiting." The crowd roars as the implications sink in. Is Jon Moxley really returning to WWE? And what does this mean for the explosive new alliance standing in the ring? The WWE landscape has become a battlefield of warring factions and shattered alliances. On one side, Solo Sikoa's ruthless new bloodline with Tama Tonga, now shockingly defected, Tongaloa, and Olympic powerhouse Jeff Cobb. On another, Paul Heyman's calculated empire with Seth Rollins, Mr. Money in the Bank, Bron Breakker, and Bronson Reed. But now, with Tama Tonga's stunning betrayal to join forces with the most dangerous Samoan in wrestling, Fatu, and the prodigal Jimmy USO, the power struggle has reached DEFCON 1 levels. But the real wild card? Roman's cryptic message about Dean Ambrose. The former Shield madman's AEW contract expiration has sent shockwaves through the industry, and with Reigns openly calling him out, the stage is set for a collision that could shatter WWE as we know it. The question isn't if chaos is coming, it's who will survive the explosion. The tension in the ring becomes unbearable as Tama, Jacob, and Jimmy stand united against the entire WWE universe. Suddenly, Solo Sikoa's music hits, and the new bloodline storms the ramp, weapons in hand. Just as they're about to attack, Seth Rollins' laugh echoes through the arena. He's standing atop the announce table, Mr. Money in the Bank, briefcase in hand, with Bron and Bronson flanking him. "Oh, this is too good," Seth cackles as all three factions square off. "While you dogs fight for scraps, the real champion is right here." He raises the briefcase just as the Titantron glitches violently. A bloodied Jon Moxley appears on screen, his face covered in his signature crimson mask. "You all forgot what happens when the hounds of justice go rabid," he snarls. The camera pulls back to reveal he's standing in the WWE parking lot, a steel chair in hand. "Tick-tock, boys. The madness is coming home." The arena erupts as Roman smashes a monitor backstage. Solo's bloodline charges the ring, and Seth's faction retreats up the ramp, all while Tama Tonga and Fatu stand their ground, ready for war. This seismic shift in WWE's power structure creates endless possibilities. The bloodline fractured beyond repair. With Tama Tonga's defection to Fatu's side, Solo Sikoa's claim to the tribal chief mantle looks weaker than ever before. Backstage reports suggest Tonga was never fully loyal to Solo, waiting for the right moment to align with the more dangerous Fatu. Their new faction represents the most physically dominant force in WWE today, but can they coexist with Jimmy Uso's unpredictable nature? Heyman's chess game exposed. Paul Heyman's alliance with Seth Rollins was always a calculated risk, but with Moxley's imminent return, his entire strategy may collapse. Sources indicate Heyman has been secretly negotiating with Moxley for months, potentially setting up the ultimate betrayal of Seth Rollins. The Money in the Bank briefcase could become the most contested object in WWE history. The Shield's legacy hangs in the balance. Roman's message to Dean Ambrose wasn't just a challenge, it was an acknowledgement that their history can't be ignored. With Seth holding MITB and Dean returning, all pieces are in place for either the ultimate Shield reunion or its most violent implosion. WrestleMania 40 rumors suggest a potential three-threat match that could main event both nights. The Rock's looming shadow. Perhaps most intriguing are the persistent rumors that Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, has been in deep negotiations for a return, not as a part-timer, but as the final arbiter of the Anoa'i family civil war. His potential involvement could turn this blood feud into the biggest storyline in wrestling history. What we're witnessing isn't just another chapter in WWE, it's a complete rewriting of the history books. Tama Tonga's shocking alliance with Jacob Fatu has upended the Bloodline power structure. Roman's open challenge to Dean Ambrose sets the stage for an emotional reckoning years in the making. And with Seth Rollins holding the ultimate wild card, Paul Heyman playing 4D chess, and The Rock potentially waiting in the wings, we're entering WWE's most unpredictable and explosive era. If you're not subscribed right now, you're missing history in the making. This is the storyline that will define a generation of wrestling. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell to get every breaking update. Then sound off in the comments, whose side are you on? Team Roman's Bloodline, Solo's Rebels, Tama Tonga's New Order, or are you waiting for Moxley to come crashing through the door? The war starts now, and you need to be here for every shocking moment.